Peace rocks.
When my dad went to spank me,
When my dad went to spank me,
I would turn the other cheek.
I would turn the other cheek,
Pushing my nose up with my thumb.
pushing my nose up with my thumb.
Never did impress my mom.
Never did impress my mom.
I don't know, but I've been told.
I don't know, but I've been told.
Big leg woman ain't got no soul.
Big leg woman ain't got no soul.
Sound off.
Oh yeah. It's time for another video from Music is a Journey. That YouTube channel you just gotta tell your friends about. That's right, Steve, I'm talking to you. Cue the music.
I like it hard, I like it fast. I like it hard, I like it fast, I like it kicking mine. I like it hard, I like it fast. I like it hard, I like it fast, I like it kicking mine.
Yes, hello and welcome to another Music is a Journey video. I'm Peter Scove. Today is not going to be a regular episode. I was actually thinking today's special feature artist was going to be in a later video this year, but I decided to make a video just for him. I'm going to talk about Steve Bonino today. And yes, I have talked about him before. He appeared in an episode last year where we talked about his wonderful Stargazer album, Stargazer and Stargazer 2. I will put the link to that video up around here somewhere so you can find out what these are all about. Splendid albums, 2 albums in a 3-part story. We also mentioned that he is one of the members of the Bomber Goggles band, who did this album, Ireland, here also previously. So I talked a lot about him in that previous video. I gave his background history where he first started out basically with a career in acting during the latter half of the 70s. He was one of the 4 characters in the Kids from Caper Saturday morning TV program. Later on, he appeared in some sitcoms, dramas, and TV movies. And then during the 1980s, he basically gave up acting to pursue music full-time. Steve has quite a discography. If you go to his Bandcamp page and scroll down, you can see he's done a number of different bands and recorded a number of different albums working with different people. Of course, here with the Bomber Goggles and Steve Bonino Project, one of the figures who appears is guitarist Peter Matukniak, whom we've talked about before as well, at least 2, if not 3 times. But today, I want to talk about some of Steve's own albums. Not some band or anything like that, not even the Steve Bonino Project, just Steve Bonino albums. And the reason why this topic has come up for me is because just in August here, Steve released his latest solo album, The Most Beautiful Feeling, and he sent me a copy to listen to, and if I wanted to write a review or do something about it, he said I could, so that's exactly what I'm doing here. But before we get onto that, I also was interested in some of his older albums, so I was able to get a hold of his 2012 album, Peace Rocks. See that? Now you understand the opening of the video, right? Yeah, and another album that came after that called Progress. So I find together these 3 albums make for a really cool set because there's something different about all of them. They are all Steve Bonino solo albums. They have his style, his voice, the things he's interested in writing about and singing about, but each album has its own character, and so this is something I was interested in, which is why, instead of just including this album in a final video of the year with other bands and other artists, I want to do just a special video about these 3 Steve Bonino albums. First, let's take a look at Peace Rocks. That's the older one. I really like this picture on the inside. Will rock for peace. That's pretty cool. So let's see here. Steve Bonino is on here. He does vocals, bass, except for on track 1. Electric and acoustic guitars, keyboards, drum programming. And then there are a number of different people. I see Jimmy Keegan is on drums. Alright, that's a name. And Ryo Okamoto, keyboards and keyboard solo on track 5. Isn't he the keyboardist for Spock's Beard? Wow. Well, okay. So this album here, this is more of a rock album. This is the kind of album you want to listen to when you want to have a good time and just rock out.
I wanna rock.
Yeah, like that. So you put this on, crank the volume.
Yeah!
Yeah, okay, so yeah, it's a really fun album to listen to.
I can't hear you! I can smell your feet way at the back!
Okay, can somebody get this guy to stop appearing in the video? He's...
Somebody threw a shoe at me. It's just my size. Throw the other one.
Okay, enough of him. Let's get on with this here. Yes, there are a lot of fun songs. The second track, Wake Up Call, the first lyric, there's a naked lady in the men's room. I mean, what? Hello? And this song also has a very rousing cock-a-doodle-doo in the lyrics. It's really quite a fun wake-up call song. God, Sex, Money is just also really interesting. Some of these songs, I actually feel they're almost like an 80s hard rock, close to some types of glam metal sound, but with that glam metal character stripped back. And so you just get the fun rock song part of it. Not everything is like that though. Some of the songs here are a little bit more, introspective, some of the songs a little more personal, but overall this is just a straightforward, fun, rock out album. Great to listen to. I'm really glad I was able to get a hold of this one, by the way, so if you want, go to Bandcamp and check it out in more detail. However, Steve has given me permission to do a little bit of a medley, so I'm going to pick 5 tracks from here, and we're going to listen to just some short snippets of those tracks now. Let's give it a listen.
World turned upside down. World turned upside down while we were sleeping. It's time to wake up. This is your wake up call. It's time to wake up. This is your wake up call. It's time to wake up. This is your wake up call. It's time to wake up. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Who can stop what is happening right now? And if we lose our way home, and if evil wins the war with love, will the world mourn? Will the world mourn? Will the world mourn when we are gone? When we are gone. I see my savior in the mirror every day, but I can't face him anymore. He used to be a stronger man than I am now. I won't go blameless anymore. How could we let our leaders do just what they please and guide us in?
The next album is called Progress. This was released in 2016. Look at that cover. There's a lot of deep, like, crimson on there. Alright, now this album, it still has a lot of the fun rock out songs. The song at the very beginning of this video, Hard and Fast, I like it hard, I like it fast, that's from this album here. So we do have that fun rocking atmosphere that we have on Peace Rocks. However, some of the songs are a little bit heavier, I mean in lyrical topic. Some of the songs actually mention blood and refer to death, so maybe that's what this crimson look is on here. This is something a little bit heavier, more gravity to the lyrics. For example, The Bleeding Hand of Isis. This is a song about, I guess, an American-born young man who is of an immigrant family, who connects with someone on the internet who starts telling them about how evil the West is, and this young man decides he's going to head off to the Middle East and join the ranks of the ISIS army and try to fight the evil West. But as he realizes when he gets there, it is not this glory road that he imagined. And there are some pretty trippy, like, dark lyrics in here. For example,
I think I'll sit here in my room and watch your struggles on the tube and demonize you like you demonize me. And I'll watch your world end in color feed on Morning Joe as your path to virgins is brought to you by drone.
Deep lyrics there, a lot of feeling, a lot of emotion behind them, and I think exactly those expressed in that song, a lot of people can relate to them, sympathize with them. There's another song on here, Blood Bullet Playground, which seems to be about, I don't know if it was an intentional shooting or accidental shooting, but some children are shot on a playground, and basically the song says, you know, welcome to the USA, where there are gun control issues. Just to put it straightforward. Whether you agree or not, that's fine, but anyway. And there's another song here, Obsidian. That one also has this more darker atmosphere, Aphrodite. But there are still some lighter tunes as well, so it's not all, like, you know, blood and doom and everything. But it is, overall, I think, it has some of the fun rocking atmosphere, but also some of these more darker, heavier songs. So why don't we go ahead now and do a little bit of a medley. I already played that little bit there from The Bleeding Hand of Isis, so let's listen to just 4 other tracks, just some what can't I say, snippets together with another S word. Let's just play some snippets from 4 other tracks from this album here, Steve Bonino's 2016 album Progress. If you like what you hear, check it out on Bandcamp.
Pull out the plug, power it down, get off the grid, get out of town, become unknown, so they don't own your memory. Stay out of sight, invisible man, stay off the net, best as you can, turn off the tube, so they don't rule your choices. It's okay to disconnect from a world we both reject. It's okay to disconnect from everything. To wait till sirens come, the deed's already done. Why is my mind so? Why is my heart so Why are my dreams so?
So that brings us up to this latest release here. Oh, look at that. All this lovely artwork inside, all these photos and everything. There's actually even some photos of a very young Steve, like I guess when he was, I don't know, he's wearing some kind of like safari outfit here. He looks like an early member of Duran Duran or something. But yeah, this is The Most Beautiful Feeling, and this was his lockdown album. This is what he wrote this year during the big lockdown. And I think what we see here in the lyrics and in the basic mood of the music is it's kind of like a person sitting at home thinking about the state of the world, the state of his relationships with people who are important to him. And the feeling is kind of like it's a rainy day. It's not pouring down, but it's just a rainy day, and he's kind of looking out the window and thinking about things that are important to him or things that make an impression in his day-to-day thoughts. And one of the songs that I actually really like on here is Superman, which is dedicated to George Reeves, 1914 to 1959, who, of course, George Reeves was the actor who played the original Superman role in those 1950s, 1960s TV shows. And listening to the lyrics, I decided to check out some of George Reeves' background information. Of course, I went to Wikipedia. I don't know how accurate it is, but it sounds pretty good. George Reeves was a struggling actor. He had a lot of difficulties in building his acting career, and then he landed the role of Superman, which was a big boon for him. Became very successful. But after that, he wanted to move on, and he wanted to progress into other projects, other roles. But it seemed that it was always a struggle. The Superman role kept pulling him back again, and as much as he recognized it was important, the Superman character was important, especially to a lot of young kids, he really wanted to leave it behind and move on. And in the end, according to the Wikipedia story, there was some quarrel with some friends in his home. He went upstairs to his bedroom. There was a gunshot, and they went upstairs and found him dead. But there are also some alternate stories that make it sound like it could have been a homicide. Anyway, Steve Bonino was a young lad who loved watching Superman. He told me a tale of where he tried to leap off the, I think the living room table to fly, and broke the table. Yeah, totally imaginable. I can believe that. But yeah, he was really shocked when he heard that the actor, George Reeves, who played Superman, was dead, and basically by suicide, it seems. The music is beautiful. I like the lyrics. This is the first song that really captured my attention on this album. It's track number 2. But yeah, there are other tracks on here like Colors of You and Put Out the Flame. I get the feeling these are songs written for his wife or his partner anyway. There's some positive feelings in here too, like We Are Gonna Be All Right, Random Act of Kindness, and of course The Most Beautiful Feeling, A Song for Everyone. So this album doesn't really have that rock out feel of peace rocks, although there are still some up-tempo songs. It doesn't have that more heavier, darker feeling of progress like some songs of progress have. This is more of a person, like I said, looking out the window on a rainy day and thinking about the world and his life and the people around him. There is a really cool instrumental on here. It's called Instrumental. I'm going to include that in the little medley of songs I'm going to play. And the last song, Reaper's Call, this is where things kind of go back to this little bit more heavier emotion side. Like, you know, we're all going to die at some point. And my takeaway from this was that it's coming. So you might as well make the most out of your life before it's your turn. So anyway, let us now do a little medley of songs from Steve Bonino's album, The Most Beautiful Feeling, released in August of this year. Let's listen to that now then. I'll make my concluding words after.
So up he goes to find a cure. What pain inside, how insecure, and all his fans not ever sure just why. Thought he could fly like a bird. Look up in the sky, what is our hero trying? Where were you the day the world stopped? The day the bottom dropped out of everything. No one knew when this would happen. The day the world stopped. Where were you? Everybody just stay at home. Your body's stuck, but your mind can roam to a better place. Somewhere you can set your own pace and come back to life. Back to life with a little less strife. And we can make it happen. The world has changed overnight. Angels fly into the light. For the reaper, waiting for the reaper's call. Waiting for the reaper, waiting for the reaper's call. And every second, and every minute, and every hour just brings us closer. And every footstep, and every heartbeat just brings us nearer to the reaper's call.
Alright, so there you have it. I just really wanted to share that music of Steve's and get it out there for whoever's interested in checking it out. Peace Rocks, the more upbeat, fun rock out album, still with some good strong lyrics, things to think about. Progress, still rocking, but a little bit on the heavier, darker side in places. Crimson color there. And The Most Beautiful Feeling, his most recent release, a lot more acoustic, more laid back, and a little bit more thinking about things in the world. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we also have Steve playing on the Bomber Goggles album, Ireland. This was very highly rated on Prog Archives. And of course, Steve's Stargazer 1 and 2, featuring a bunch of different guests and quite a variety of songs. a story about a large spaceship leaving from Earth for another planet and making an extraordinary discovery on that other planet. I do talk about it in that other video. I posted the link earlier. Do check that one out. And if you're going to Steve's Bandcamp page, do check out some of his other albums as well. Okay, thank you for watching today. I hope you will enjoy the music of Steve Bonino. We'll be back with another regular episode in a short time. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone, and stay healthy, stay safe. Watch out for that American election. Okay, bye.